of that story before we get started is that you don't have to do anything there. We were here doing a panel last year. We'll talk about it very briefly. And we had a great time. Excellent panel. We're spent at the end of it. Come back to the computer because we're going to turn it into an episode of our podcast. I come to press stop record and realized I had never pressed record in the first place. So we start with pressing record. We are live. All right, friends and Buffy fam, thanks for joining us. My name's Analese.
And I'm Rob.
And we are your nerd best friends.
Nerd Best Friends is a podcast about all things nerdy, pop culture, super niche things you've never heard of. We have this philosophy that you can be nerdy about anything.
So last year we had our panel and we presented on Buffy and D&D. So one of the nerdy things we do is play D&D together for about 30 years. And I'm a Buffy fan. He's more of an Angel fan, but we created D&D sheets for playing D&D of the Scooby gang. So we have Buffy, Xander, Willow, Giles, may he rest in peace, Anthony Stewart Head, and one for Spike. We are giving these out for free. We're not in this to make money. We just want to be nerds and have a nerd community. So take that QR code. It's going to lead you to our website. If you put your email address in there, give us about a week or so. We will send you those sheets for free. The only thing we ask in exchange is maybe follow us somewhere. And if you play with the sheets, email us and let us know. We would love to talk about it on the show. So free D&D sheets if you're a D&D nerd, or if you know a D&D nerd who's also a Buffy nerd, use them. They were free. And that was our panel last year. And this year, we're excited to come back and talk about Buffy in particular.
Don't say.
Yes.
Well, most importantly, we came through to talk about Buffy in partnership with our very special guest for this year, the reason you're all here.
Yes, the person you're here to see. And before we bring her out, we want to remind you, she is currently on her very first watch of Buffy ever. She's in the middle of season 4 towards the end. So we're going to ask very, very non-politely, no spoilers, please. Nothing from today's episode, which is New Moon Rising, season 4, episode 19. Anything that happens from this point on after, she has no idea about. So please, no spoilers. That being said, let's welcome the real Whitney Hathcock. Come on out.
Yay, there are people here.
Yeah.
I was very nervous no one was going to show up, so thank you.
They're here and they're here to see you. Whitney, we want to talk first about this. All came about because about a month and a half ago, I said in messaging on Threads, it's been such a joy. If you are following Whitney on Threads, such a joy to see her daily first watch responses. It's brought me back to being 18 years old and watching Buffy for the first time in the 90s, and just a joy to see her go through the things. And I said, you want to do a panel at this thing called HellmouthCon? And Whitney's like, what's HellmouthCon? And about 5 minutes later, all caps, I'm in. So we met for the first time yesterday.
Sure did.
And we are here to get her first reacts. But Whitney, can you talk first about your journey here? Like why starting watching Buffy and your journey on Threads?
In my defense, I was 10 when Buffy came out, which is not necessarily an excuse for not watching before now, but I was also my parents' first child. So unlike with my brother and sister, they cared what I watched on television. I was not allowed to watch MTV. Daria had too much attitude, so I couldn't watch that. Okay, so the dark vampire show was off limits.
Right.
Although I did buy from the Scholastic Book Fair an Angel poster that was in my room for many years because I was like, that is a pretty man.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that an Angel poster or a David Boreanaz?
That's a David Boreanaz. Yeah.
So, and it just kind of passed me by until very recently. One weekend, my husband was sick, so I was staying far away from him and I had nothing to do. And I said, I'm going to watch Buffy. Maybe the 30 people who follow me on Threads care to hear about it. So I threw a post out there and did not know Buffy had such a dedicated, wonderful fandom. The post blew up and I said, surely that must be a fluke. Let's throw another one out there. And people liked it, so I went with it. Then I flew across the country to meet some strangers from the internet.
Exactly it's what our parents told us not to do when we were growing up, right? Get in our car and come with us to dinner. I promise we'll bring you back.
There's been a lot of that this weekend. Are you kidnapping me to murder me? No, we're just friendly. So this started with 30 followers on Threads.
Oh yeah, I've been on Threads several years trying to make friends.
And what does your follower count look like around now?
3,800.
There we go. Yeah. Times 100. I love it. And it started to really pick up pace. We all know season 2 and all the emotionality and Sarah McLachlan-ness that ends that season. Lots of people started to really, really pay attention. And then we get to season 3, and now you're in season 4. It's so good. It's so good. So we're so grateful you're on the show with us. We're grateful to present with you. And initially, so you all know, we tried to stream an episode live here, and you all probably know it's almost impossible to get the rights to do that. So we came up with a very creative way to do this. Whitney did not host her reactions to this episode this morning. She has her 3,800, almost 4,000 Threads followers on pause until after this panel. So you are getting her reactions live first for being at HellmouthCon.
And
All
I
right.
think it's exciting to talk about, like, it's not just the Buffy of it all that is making this so popular and so much fun for everybody. Whitney is truly a talented writer in this medium, and no, it's very true. And so that's what we're really hoping to showcase today. We'll see if it's very good in writing. We'll hopefully it's good on mic. Otherwise, we're sunk. But I have all the confidence in the door.
It's going to be great. All right. So we're going to go right to it. This is New Moon Rising, season 4, episode 18. Rob's going to give us a really quick synopsis. 19. I keep doing that. Yes, I'm sorry. Hey, when you get as old as me and you were watching as a young adult in the first place, and 30 years later, your memory starts to go a little bit.
Okay, well, if we're going to go ahead and put that out there, the slide definitely said season 4, episode 18 on it, just as a typo. But of course, I was like, well, I got to watch this episode, last night in the hotel so that I'm on it. And so I start watching season 4, episode 18. Do you guys remember which episode?
Where the wild things are, the very awkward,
My nightmare.
I'm like,
marathon
we have
episode.
to talk about all this.
There's children in the room, so we're not going to elaborate. Don't watch it with your parents.
Literally, I had the questions ahead of time, and I'm like, Oz is definitely not in this episode. If Oz shows up in this episode, we're all in big trouble. So
Yes, episode 19, we got it. All right, so the
this
quick
is the one.
synopsis.
Oz returns to Sunnydale, having found a way to control his wolf, but his presence complicates Willow's blossoming relationship with Tara. Pivotal episode exploring identity, choice, and the evolution of love in the face of the supernatural.
All right, so we're going to start Act 1. And here we go. This is New Moon Rising. We open with Willow and Tara discussing getting a cat together, showing how comfortable and domestic their relationship has become. Tara suggests the future famous name, Miss Kitty Fantastico.
As a crazy cat lady, I definitely appreciate that Tara is also a crazy cat lady. And then the second thing my brain snagged on was, are we getting a cat together? Is Tara getting this cat? What's happening here? And I'm officially changing my boy cat, Weasel's name to Miss Kitty Fantastico from here on out.
I'm sure he's
Perfect.
thrilled. At Giles's apartment, the Scoobies discuss the recent lack of demon activity and speculate that Adam may be responsible. Riley notes that the initiative has actually been busier than ever capturing demons.
Riley's here.
I have to pause and say, this is the first we're hearing it too, so excuse us while we also react. Oz suddenly appears in the doorway, shocking everyone, especially Willow and Tara. He asks Willow if they can talk later, creating immediate tension in the room.
Howdy, Oz. I'm so excited Oz is back. And then immediately, oh my God, Oz is back. What does this mean for Tara? And what does this mean for Tara and Willow? And then, oh my God, this is so off. He's just standing there.
After Oz leaves, the group awkwardly processes his return while Tara quietly excuses herself. Willow is visibly conflicted and emotional.
I was deeply uncomfortable during this part, but also his little hey was so cute and shot straight to my heart.
Buffy and Riley patrol a cemetery and capture a demon for the initiative. During their conversation, Riley reacts negatively after learning Oz is a werewolf.
Hey, Riley, can you be cool for in your life, please? Like, my God, man.
Buffy challenges Riley's black and white worldview about demons and relationships. The discussion subtly reflects Buffy's unresolved feelings about Angel.
All I'm saying is Angel didn't have any issues with Oz. My guy Angel would never.
Oz takes Willow outside during the full moon to prove he can now control the wolf inside him. He explains he learned emotional control and mediation techniques while traveling in Tibet.
I've been told I'm not allowed to cuss, so please just know that there were lots of like, and F and G, it's a full moon. He's not changing. But I'm cleaning it up for HellmouthCon. But yeah, I was just like, you're not a wolf. And then, oh my God, you're not a wolf. This means you can say, no, what does this mean for Tara?
Right. Oz admits he returned because he still loves Willow and hopes they can reunite. Willow is overwhelmed, but clearly still cares about him.
I too was overwhelmed. And I believe he said, I heard you don't have a new guy. And I just remember the word guy was doing a lot of heavy work in that sentence. And I was like, correct. She does not have a new guy. Facts.
Elsewhere, initiative soldiers patrol the woods and are attacked by a violent creature. Graham survives, but another soldier is killed in the ambush.
My first honest thought was, too bad it wasn't Forrest. I'm just like, not kind of me. I don't care for him. I'm sorry.
The next morning, Willow and Oz are still talking in her dorm room after spending the entire night together. Tara arrives at the door and quietly leaves after realizing Oz stayed over.
I forgot how emotionally intelligent and wonderful Oz was and how much I missed that. But then also at the same time, you're going, Tara, I like Tara too.
Buffy wakes up with Riley, still bothered by their earlier argument. Riley insists demons are dangerous by nature, while Buffy argues morality is more complicated.
Okay, after the last episode where the wild things are, I was not emotionally or physically prepared to see Buffy and Riley in bed again. And in fact, I never want to see them in bed again. Ever.
Forrest interrupts them while news about the initiative attack and the possible werewolf involvement. Riley immediately shifts into soldier mode.
First of all, it was not Oz. My Oz would never. And go away, Forrest. Nobody likes you.
Back at the dorm, Willow tells Buffy that Oz can now control his transformations. Buffy is surprised when Willow also reveals that things with Tara are romantic. And let's just note the masterclass acting in this scene by Sarah Michelle Gellar and Allison Hannigan. Beautiful, poignant, beautiful coming out scene for Willow.
It was just like, be cool, B. Don't overreact. Be very chill and stop saying will so many times. She said will like 20 times. You could tell how she was trying to play it cool, but we'll get there.
Buffy processes the revelation, but ultimately supports Willow completely. She encourages Willow to be honest about her feelings.
Yay, I love love. And also, like, Willow, what are your feelings? Would love to know. Say it out loud.
Spike is visited by Adam, who proposes an alliance against Buffy and the initiative. Adam promises Spike he will remove the behavior modification chip from his head.
Yeah, Spike and Adam, real bad combo. And just have to say, Adam, like, kind of a dud in general. But man, Spike has chemistry with everybody. And he eats every scene he is in. Like, I may be an angel girl, but I appreciate Spike also.
Willow reassures Tara that nothing physical happened with Oz the previous night. Tara sadly tells Willow she only wants her to be happy.
Yeah, like most of this episode, I'm going, I love Willow and Oz, but I love Tara and Willow. And is thruple on the table? Like, are we that progressive in the 90s? Because at this point in time, that is the only solution I'm open to, because I don't want anyone's heart to be broken here.
2 witches and a werewolf. That's interesting.
As we know, thruples always end up happily ever after.
Always.
Oz encounters Tara in the hallway and catches Willow's scent on her. Realizing that Willow and Tara are close triggers his jealousy and loss of control. Oz transforms into a werewolf and warns Tara to run before fully changing. The wolf chases Tara across campus.
Yeah, I just kept thinking, like, stop sniffing her. It's deeply weird of you to be doing that. I know you're a werewolf, but, like, could you act like you're human for a moment? And, like, don't lose your cool, because neither Willow nor I will forgive you if you eat Tara.
Initiative commandos capture Werewolf Oz before he can harm Tara. Riley witnesses the capture and recognizes Oz once he transforms back into human form.
I swear to God, Riley, if you harm one hair on Oz's wolfy head, I will find you and I will hurt you. And also, werewolves in Buffy look nothing like wolves. Like, that does not look like a wolf. Even a little bit. If I was not told this is Oz as a werewolf, I would have been like, what new monster is that? And also, don't take him to the initiative. You ass. I'm from New England.
That's the excuse. And we get to Act 2. Act 2 starts with Oz waking up and imprisoned inside the initiative holding cell while scientists run painful experiments on him. Riley becomes increasingly uncomfortable with the initiative's methods.
Just kept thinking, poor naked Oz. Like, does he have to be naked? You couldn't throw him a pair of shorts? Look at him. He's so sad.
Riley tries to defend Oz and argues that he is not simply an animal or monster. His superiors dismiss his objection and order him removed.
Yeah, this new commanding officer, guys.
Yes, he does. Tara tells Willow that Oz was captured after transforming. Willow is horrified and blames herself for the situation.
Willow, nothing ever is your fault. You are perfect. Never change.
All right. Riley secretly returns to Oz's cell and helps him escape from captivity. Before they can get away, Initiative soldiers catch both of them.
Okay, I can put my prejudice aside and give Riley some credit for trying. Although, for being like a super soldier who's all hopped up on these special meds, like, you didn't try that. And he did not make it that far. So I'm not that impressed, but he did try.
Colonel McNamara accuses Riley of betraying the initiative and siding with dangerous creatures. Riley realizes his loyalty to the organization is collapsing.
Yeah, I repeat, that guy sucks. Not a fan. He's up there with Forrest for me.
At Giles's apartment, the Scoobies plan a rescue mission into the initiative. Spike unexpectedly offers to help them infiltrate the base.
First of all, R.I.P. Giles. Very sad. And I just kept thinking, like, I feel like at some point, you guys should consider revoking Spike's invitation into Giles' house. Because, like, he's trying to get this chip out of his head. And this is going to bite you guys in the butt at some point if he's just allowed to wander in whenever he wants. Where's the forward planning here?
Spike guides Buffy, Willow, and Xander through hidden entrance into the initiative complex. Giles and Anya assist remotely by helping to cut the power.
Slap my hand now.
I got to do that with Emma Caulfield yesterday, by the way. Okay.
Slap my hand now is a great line. But I also kept thinking, like, when did Anya and Giles become super hackers? Because last I remember, Giles was like, ew, computers are gross. And now, like, everyone's just shutting down military complexes. Yes. I'm willing to suspend disbelief, but I was like, what are you two doing?
Computers were pretty easy to hack in the 90s. Simultaneously sabotages the initiative systems, plunging sections of the facility into darkness. The chaos helps Buffy's group move through the compound.
Honestly, I keep forgetting Adam was even a thing. Like, and every time we come back to him, I'm like, right, you again. Like, I'm just so locked in on everything else at any time. And then Adam is just like there.
He's a Frankenstein. It's the season with a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Buffy takes McNamara hostage and frees both Riley and Oz. Riley officially breaks with the initiative by escaping alongside Buffy.
One, we could have left Riley in there, and I would have been fine with that. Two, when Buffy says, "Do you know who I am?" I'm just like, that's pretty badass. Like, that's a good line. And, okay, fine. It was kind of cool, I guess, that Riley punched that guy in the face and said, "I'm an anarchist." But it was full as if, like, Swiper Angel had done it.
Very nice.
But also, I'm a little bit worried. No spoilers, so tell me if I'm right. But is he going to resent her one day for throwing away his illustrious military career on this renegade slayer? Time will tell. Oh no, will they break up? What a bummer. It would be terrible.
And that takes us to Act 3. Riley hides out in the ruins of Sunnydale High and admits Buffy was right about Oz. He acknowledges that not all demons are inherently evil, which of course is important moving forward to... Just kidding.
Yeah, first of all, I did not realize that those were the ruins of Sunnydale High until you told me. At this very moment, I just thought like those were tunnels. I don't know what goes on in Sunnydale. And then second, no SHIT, Sherlock. Like, we're painting with a pretty broad brush here, my guy. Shades of gray. Let's try seeing them.
I don't think this would be a spoiler. Is this the episode where they talk about mayor meat in the hallway?
Mayor meat?
It's later? Okay, all right. Okay.
Damn it, the show's ruined.
It's ruined forever. It's the mayor meat that ends up killing Adam, and then Riley and Buffy get married, and then they live happily ever after and open a floral shop in Sunnydale. Someone here is a writer, and it's not me. All right, we're at.
Thank you. I'm so glad it wasn't me that blew it.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be me. Hey, Buffy decides it's finally time to tell Riley about Angel and her past relationship with a vampire.
I hope it makes him deeply insecure. I hope he just thrown both with this knowledge.
Oh my goodness, that's so good.
Oz and Willow share a quiet goodbye beside his van. Oz leaves Sunnydale once again, this time peacefully and without resentment. Willow watches him go, heartbroken but resolved.
That was very dramatic. Well done.
Thank you, Minnie.
And just kept thinking, don't leave me again, Oz. But also leave so that Darren Willow can be a thing. And I'm so sad, but I'm so happy. And then when she tells him, you're with me, my heart broke again. And anytime I see Willow crying, it just hits so much harder than anyone else in the show crying. Like, Alison Hannigan can cry on screen. So I had him back for such a sweet, shining moment. And then he left me again. He doesn't have to stay with Willow, but he should stay with me.
I'm gonna tangent for a second. We're gonna nerd tangent for a second. In the early days of D&D, when you watch D&D DVDs and you watch with commentary, Joss realizes very early, hurt Willow, put Willow in danger, make her cry. So you're right in alignment with the fandom.
Perfect.
I'm also gonna say one of my favorite notes about this episode on the outside is it's very noted that Seth Green leaves to become a bigger star in movies and stuff, and it's very notable his acting chops. And like from when he left the series to coming back, like, and this scene just really shines between the two of them. So just a nerd tangent real quick, because this scene is so beautiful. It's a beautiful scene. Yes. All right. In the final scene, Willow visits Tara's dorm room holding a candle. Willow confirms that Tara is the person she truly wants to be with, cementing their relationship.
What an episode for Pride Month!
Yeah, when Riley and Buffy started like flirting with each other, I just kept chanting, "Don't kiss her, don't kiss her." And this time I just kept going, "Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her." And then they blew that candle out, and I was like, "How dare you deprive us of this?" Like, it was very dramatic. Had me on the edge of my seat, but I was like, "Are you kidding me? Where is I don't want an implied kiss. I want an on-screen kiss." And that better happen at some.
What benefits of watching it in 2026 instead of 1999, right? Or this might have aired in 2000, in the spring of 2000. That is New Moon Rising, and those were Whitney's reactions.
Fantastic.
Hopefully they
You have to know this is exactly how I react sitting at home. Like for me, it's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm a high school principal, so we're usually up this early anyway. So it's like, make the coffee. Here's Whitney's reaction. I'm just sitting, sipping on coffee and cracking up the entire time. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. All right, so we have some kind of pivotal moments happening in this show, in this episode, that we kind of wanted to highlight again. And the first one on the right here is just this wonderful scene between Oz and how he came back as super peaceful, and he learns, he learns that it's Willow and his passion for Willow and his fear that he's losing her again is what re-triggers the wolf. It's pretty powerful.
After season 2, the word passion is very triggering for me personally, especially when the window is right there. So I too am triggered by passion.
Hey, speaking of which, I have some great footage of her first view of the courtyard and first view of the Jenny Calendar, the Lady Giles window. So we're gonna be posting those in the next handful of weeks, but from now. But make sure you follow us, follow Whitney. You'll see some of her first looks at these things. That was very purposeful. I'm like, you're gonna meet me outside the front of the school at this time, and we're gonna get your first look at some of these iconic things. Yeah,
the text message I got.
Before we move from this,
yes.
Okay, I was also in high school in the 90s, and I also knew that one kid who definitely had a van. Why was that so cool?
No.
Because it was. You'll laugh at it now.
And in
30
a
years
van.
later, you're like, yeah, the dork in the van. No, the van was for you guys.
I don't know. It was
the
a
dude
thing.
with the van was a cool. Do you remember who it was?
No. Oh, you're right.
Remember
Yeah.
Gary?
And bassoon player.
Bass player.
Bass player of the marching
He was
band.
the bass player. Yeah,
Right.
long hair. He had
Long
a
hair.
van.
Everyone thought he was super cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's funny that you say this because he also like barely talked.
Yeah.
He was very stoic like Oz, but with long hair. Painted his fingernails, wore funky band, like rock band shirts that no one had ever heard of. Okay, you're blowing my mind right now.
Right? Did you guys all have a guy with a van in high school? Yep.
Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, good.
Van
Good call.
guy.
Good call.
Van.
All right. On the bottom, I kind of alluded to it before, and I tried to find a good clip to show, and I kept being told no, that we can't show it. But just on a personal note, I was in college when this episode aired, and just on a personal note, this is we're towards the end of season 4, so I think it's like right at the beginning of the year 2000. I was 21 years old, and I was not out but I had my first girlfriend. In that first girlfriend, we're together, not together, together, not together for a handful of months. I was out to maybe 3 people. My college roommate, who is Stacy, who does our voiceover. If you listen to our podcast, we had her do it live today.
That's the real
My 2 roommates and one of my closest friends in college were the only people. I wasn't out to my family. I wasn't out to friends. And watching this scene for me was just gushing tears, especially seeing Sarah Michelle Gellar's reactions. And I love this point of view of she's sitting there looking at Tara. At Willow. You're not seeing Willow tell her, you're seeing the realization come over her face. And you read a lot about how masterful of an actress Sarah Michelle Gellar is. This is one of those scenes in the entire series that you see the realization, and then just it's a masterclass. Go back, do yourself through. There's like one shot of it on YouTube. Go watch the scene again because we can't show it to you. It is so good, and you can even back it up a few seconds before that. Seeing Allison Hannigan, you can see her running in her head. Do I tell Buffy right now? It's complicated, and she breathes and she closes her mouth. Like I have this scene cemented in my head because it was so poignant to someone like me who wasn't quite out, barely to myself, to have this air on television. And that the blowing out the candle at the time was perfect. It was perfection, and it let me know that I was going to be okay. So I just pivotal, amazing, so good, and I just want to put that out in the world because it is so good.
What a wonderful story. And as time progressed, I remember, later on, when we got back together, as you came back from college and we were there and you did come out to everyone. I don't know how you remember me as a 19-year-old white kid, but I think I probably did an even better job than Sarah Michelle.
You remember you found out by accident. So Rob's been my best friend since I'm 15 years old. We met in high school in marching band. Nerd best friends is really truly who we are. We are nerds and we are best friends. And I was not even out to my best friend at the time. And we actually didn't talk for quite a while because I was going through this whole manifestation of who I am. Rob finds out on accident because he comes to visit me and we go to a restaurant that happened to be a restaurant that I had been to with my then girlfriend. And the waitress was like our favorite waitress. And it just so happened we went to the same restaurant and she was there. And she's like, oh, how's so-and-so? And da-da-da-da-da. And like, your girlfriend this. And I just went, oops.
Spoiler.
Can we get our bill, please? And I remember going to the car and just kind of sitting with Rob. It was just sitting with you. I don't remember who else was with us. A couple of our other friends, maybe. I don't remember who was like, I just remember just sitting in the car and going, well, so-and-so is my girlfriend. And yeah, I guess I'm gay. And then we're like, okay, let's go and play video games. I don't remember what we did.
And then we blew out a candle.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then it was dark. Yes. Oh yeah, but this was
totally there too.
Whitney was in grade school.
I was in high school in 2000. Yeah, I was in high school.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair.
How dare you?
All right. My bad. All right. At the third pivotal moment, we also alluded to just this great scene between Oz and Willow and Oz's farewell to the show. I can think of many people in my life who I think about like, yeah, it's going to make sense someday. I'll just run into you and we're going to be good friends again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those of us as we age, there's plenty of these people in our lives. And what a beautiful way to say goodbye to Oz.
That is all of you to me now. We are all close personal friends. Okay, you are with me. And when I bump into you out in the world, I'm going to be very excited.
And it's going to be like, hey, there you are.
You are my Oz, every one of you.
Those were some pivotal moments we just kind of want to talk about because this episode is so good. And as Rob alluded earlier, what an episode to watch during Pride Month. I was really looking forward to this. We purposely landed on this one and not the previous episode to bring to you during HellmouthCon.
It would have just been me going, get that is
please stop.
Children.
Please stop.
Oh, boy.
Ew.
All
He
right.
worked on his back a lot for that.
He does push-ups every morning, didn't you know? Can we talk about that scene real quick? When
he got up out of bed and started doing push-ups,
but man, and his realization, I think he says something like, I've been up a total of 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes and I've already pushed you off.
Correct.
Yeah, it's so good.
That is every day.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so now Whitney's now watched this. I know there's like 2 Angel episodes coming up, and then the rest of season 4 of Buffy, and then there's a bunch of Angel before season 5 of Buffy. But we're all interested in just right now, place it out in the universe. what is your prediction for the end of season 4? No reactions.
Famously pretty bad.
Perfect.
It's definitely based off of episode titles. 'Cause I'm like, really?
That was the best first line yesterday, by the way. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this episode. I love this book. I'm like, yes.
I'm gonna predict that they eat the big bad. No, that feels like a safe one. Okay. Buffy and Riley. Is that a prediction or am I just manifesting it? TBD. I don't think that Spike gets the chip out of his head because I don't really know how he stays part of this like Scooby gang adjacent without the chip in his head. And I really like having him around. So these are less predictions and more things I want to happen before the end of the season. I know we have some crossover episodes coming up, so I'm hoping for an angel up here. Hi, Angel. I do not want to see Angelus, so don't follow Angelus. And I don't think we'll see Faith again in Buffy. I wish we did this season, but yeah, we're taking down Adam's, Chip staying in Spike's head, and do we get the kiss this season? That would be great. Tara and Willow kiss on screen. Again, these are just less predictions, more things I really want to happen.
All right, those and come back. We're all gonna message those back to her at the end of the season.
Idiot.
No, you fool. All right, so
We're no longer on the screen if that's important.
Oh, what happened?
what happened?
Way to go, Rob.
How long's that been going on?
It just
Oh, okay.
happened. Well, while he's doing that, what the slide is showing you right now is if you've listened to our show, our ending segment every episode is what's the nerdiest thing you did this week? And I think it's fair to say the nerdiest thing we did this week is this. I mean, I don't know if it can be topped, but Whitney, is there anything else nerdy that you did this week that you want to share?
I wrote a new chapter of my Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Hey, that's nerdy.
QR code in your goodie bags if you want to check it out. It's totally free. New chapter releases every week. But I would say that is the second nerdiest thing I did.
pretty
aside
nerdy.
from flying across the country to meet a bunch of strangers.
Pretty nerdy. You wanted to give a quick synopsis of your fanfic?
What would happen if Buffy stayed dead at the end of season 1? The Hellmouth has opened. We have a new Slayer. She is not interested in slaying. She's out for number 1 and not the rest of humanity. And there are some familiar characters, including a very drunk Giles. The man is not doing well. Spoiler alert, Sunnydale is not fine in this alternate universe.
Beautiful. Rob, do you have a nerdiest thing you did this week besides coming to HellmouthCon?
I'm going to just add on to the HellmouthCon. There was, I don't know, number 30 something on our list that I had. It's here because it's all circled and underlined. Number 26 on our list. I did, of course, I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to be talking on microphone. We had these things to read through. So, of course, I'm going to read through this out loud in my hotel room in front of the mirror, which is in the bathroom on my own, like 4 times this morning. And man, could I not get Adam simultaneously sabotages the initiative system's plunging sectors of the vicinity into darkness. But I nailed it tonight.
Practice makes perfect.
But there is no doubt in my mind that at 7 o'clock this morning, whoever was next door to me heard me like just screaming and punching the mirror because I kept messing it up this morning. So that was the nerdiest thing I did, was reading our script in the bathroom full time. Okay.
Is there another slide?
Well, the nerdiest thing I did this week, besides coming to HellmouthCon.
I was distracted by
No,
text.
you're fine. You were you tech support. It's a little difficult for me because I am leaving my current school in Northern California, moving back to Southern California. I'm in the middle of this move. So I've been flying to interviews and I flew in earlier for this to go sign contracts and stuff with my new district and try to find a place to live. And like my partner's packing at home. Like it's just been a total mess. So all of my nerd stuff is packed in boxes in a pod. But I will say, you don't know this yet. I am on book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl's audiobook.
You kept reading.
I kept going. We have an episode on this. You'll understand his reaction if you go back and listen to it. Which is great about our podcast, by the way. We are non-sequential. So if you see something that you like and you want to hear our reactions to it, or you want to hear what we have to say about it, you can pick any episode at any time. We will admit that they get better as we go along. Those early episodes.
I used to tell people, I would be like, just start with the most recent and work your way backwards. Because if you like us and you keep listening, it's okay that it.
But I will say our Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode was like the 9th episode we've done. And I've been begging Rob since 5 years ago, to go back and let's do it again. Because we're much better podcasters than we were episode 9. So we'll see. Season 6 is coming up in September. But
shows feel the same though, huh?
Hey, I'll do it with you. We can.
Yeah, that. Oh, dang! I got a new nerd best friend.
My dream has come true.
All right. So that's the nerdiest thing I did. I all this traveling I've just continued with the Dungeon Crawler, Carl, and I'm on book 3. So no spoilers for me. But if you've read that series, if anything, Jeff Hayes is want to talk about masterclass of audiobook. He does every voice nearly in that audiobook, and it's just phenomenal to listen to. Just
Amber Benson does a good. Sat in on several panels about that today.
Yeah, we heard
Yeah,
a lot with her audio.
Wait,
I said I have dibs. I have dibs. But if you can get Amber Benson, by all means, that makes more sense, I guess. All right. But while we have a couple minutes left, I think we have some time. If there's any questions from the audience for Whitney, we're going to give Stacey a mic. She's going to come to you.
Thank you. This is really entertaining. Thanks. My question is, so I was watching it live when it came out. I think this was the year 2000. This was only a few years after Ellen came out on air, and then the show was canceled, and there was this backlash. So watched it live. They would do so much innuendo with Willow and wearing a spell. My friend and I that were watching, they're like, are they going to make this explicit, or is this going to be live the entire time? So in this episode, we were like, oh, they did it. Like she actually said that she and Tara are involved. I'm curious, from the perspective of a more modern viewer, were you assuming that it was going to be explicit that they were together, or did you wonder if it would be continued to innuendo?
I definitely understand what the spells they do are very sensual. So I picked up on that and was like, happening here? Is this just something we're like testing the waters, gonna find out? But I think after, I can't remember which episode it is, but when Tara's like, I am, yours, I was like, oh, this is a thing. And like, yes, I expected, there was at that point, no question in my mind, like, this is going to be a thing, or it better be, at least. Otherwise, I'm going to be deeply upset about it. But it is interesting watching it, with the 2026 mindset of, it kind of registered to me. I was like, oh, this must have been pretty historic, like back in the day, for sure. I don't know anyone else who was doing something similar. And that's why I was like, how are we feeling?
That wasn't even our vocabulary at the time.
Gonna be a thing, and they're gonna officially declare it at some point.
We can do one more.
Any other questions? We have enough time for one more. Any other questions for Whitney? Oh, there we go. We got one.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this could be kind of a multi-layer word, but if you can already name it, what's your thus far favorite episode? / have you already started any so far?
I did go back and watch the pilot before coming to the school because I was like, I want to see the things. So that is the only one I have rewatched thus far. My favorite episode, that's so hard because I'm like, and it's when people are like, what's your favorite season? I'm like, well, season 2 emotionally ruined my life, and all of those, like, happiness, it's becoming part 1, part 2, like, all those are the ones that stand out the most to me. But did I like that? Like, it's a really tough way to put that. But from this, like, I left something good from this season and watching. I assume what is the genesis of Buffy, and that's not even an episode with Angel in it, and I think that's one of my favorites. So that's pretty big of me to say that.
It is.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah. I am leaning towards currently season 3. It's my favorite season thus far. But we got a lot more. We got a lot more to happen. I hear season 5's exciting.
Will you grab the gift? We're going to present Whitney with a gift for coming all the way from Maine. It was going to be a shirt from our podcast, but she texted me 2 weeks ago and said, look what I got. So she went on our website and bought a shirt. So instead, what we have for you, this is the first issue of season 8 of the Dark Horse comic continuation.
Okay, I was like, I know there are only 7 seasons.
So season 8 is a whole deal. There's season 8, 9, and 10 in Dark Horse Comics. This is the first set of series of Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 8. This is our gift to you. It is vintage. You can see it's vintage.
You can tell me.
It's really from back then.
So you're telling me I can't open it and look at it until
I would actually just keep it like this until you are done with seasons. But that's our gift for you as a thank you.
So much, so unnecessary, but thank you.
Not at all. We're super happy. We're going to try to con her to come back when she's now done with the series next year. And we can talk about all the things. Up on the screen, you have 2 QR codes. On the left is Whitney's fanfic, Sunnydale is Fine. On the right, again, is your Nerd Best Friends website. Sign up for our newsletter on our website. You'll get the D&D sheets, share them. And again, please give us and Whitney a follow. Give Hellmouth Events a follow. And I know there's one more panel right now, I think, with Emma Caulfield. Oh, yeah. Feel free to take extra merch. And
Any goodie bags as you want, they are not coming back to me.
thank you so much. And happy HellmouthCon, Buffy nerds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for getting me out now.
You're all in Asia. You're cooler than anyone else at this con.
Whitney does all of her work on Threads. NerdBestFriend.com for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We did it.